The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.
sport's been a bit checkered. We've had to win some losses, but the intent's there. Points are being scored, whether we're winning or we're losing. We're developing, and the wins will start flowing in.
HAILEYBURY rugby, honestly, is unreal. The way we play, the way we move the ball, the way we attack, it's just so positive. It's an honour to play in the team. It's great fun. We have a great laugh when we're playing, and soon enough the results are going to come on the pitch.
We're a smaller side on average. We've got pace on the wing, such as Nathan. We've got power up front, like George. We've just got an all-round strong team.
I think we're very fortunate as a team to have so many skillful players in the backs, and I think our set pieces have definitely improved from where we were at the start of the season. I think kicking off both feet is really useful for us in attack and defence. Helps us open different angles in attack, allowing us to score more tries when in defence it also allows us to clear our lines and gain as much territory as we can.
We've got terrace in pristine condition. Thank you to the HAILEYBURY groundsman.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to Mr. Owen, Director of Rugby, who helps us to play a positive brand of rugby whenever we step on the field.
And then we've also got Miss Daniels, Head of S&C. She helps us out with everything, warm-up, pre-game, everything. We've also just got team intent, team spirit. We're always laughing, always joking. When it comes to game time, we lock in, we're serious. We try and win games.
I think considering we've got quite a small team, our scrums have been great this season because I've had clean ball at the back of the scrum and I've been able to distribute the ball to Charlie so we can run our various back moves and score tries. Line-outs have been a very important part of our game this season. We've got many different options and it's been very successful with our rolling ball in helping us gain territory. I think the best part of the season so far was our season opener against Felston, in which we won 43-6 and scored 7 tries.
I mean, it's been a mixture of decisions, different wins, losses. But at the end of the day, we've been playing well, we've been playing with intent. The scoreboard doesn't really matter to me too much. I mean, the record might hurt, but the skill's there, the intent's there. I like it.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.
Hello and welcome to HAILEBURY. Sorry, a bit of a stuttery old start there. It's the final domestic game of the season here on NextGen15, and well, it's final day of the season spirit, really, isn't it? We're all getting ready and raring to go. Trent College have just arrived. It's that kind of a day, but we're all really looking forward to it. It is HAILEBURY against Trent College. It's going to be a really special day. It's the final time that these two will run out in their first 15 shirts. It's the final time that the upper sixth from either school will play schoolboy rugby in the 15-a-side format. So it's going to be an emotional one. It's going to be a real celebration of the school careers of those upper sixth, and indeed of these teams. This lot will never play again together, and these two have never played each other either. So it's a first time for this fixture. It's a really exciting one. We don't really know what to expect because they've never played each other before, but we're expecting at least to be entertained, aren't we? Because with it being the final game of the season, the final game of those school careers, they are going to chuck it around and they're going to want to finish on a real high. Now, before I get into that, a reminder that this weekend and through the whole of next week, we've got the NextGen15 Global Schools Challenge. Highlights are going to be here on NextGen15. We've also got live coverage on Rugby Pass TV for those of you watching in the UK and around the world. For those of you watching in South Africa, it'll be on Super Sports Schools. So do check it out. Denstone College, who are familiar to both of these sides, are down there representing England. Strathallan heading down representing Scotland down at Grey College, one of the real giants of the school game. It's going to be a very exciting week indeed. In school matters domestic, though, this is it. This is where it all wraps up. There's about 15, 16 fixtures, something like that, happening this weekend, a handful midweek next week. But today it's HAILEBURY against Trent College. Really special that this one's on as well. Loads and loads of schools lost their fixtures last week, didn't they, because of Storm Dara. It's been a real nightmare for a lot. I know that Cranley managed to get one of their games replayed. They've completed their season unbeaten when they took on RGS Guildford on Monday, I believe it was. We've had a few rogue Monday fixtures. You don't often see them on the calendar, but after a cancelled weekend, people were finding a gap anywhere they possibly could. We saw Blundell's as well up against Taunton on Monday too. It's been that kind of a week. It's been a funny old end to the season, hasn't it? We've lost 2 weekends out of the last 3 to various storms, various interestingly named storms as well. But Trent College are here. They're on the field getting their warm-up done. Bit of a hop down the M1 and the A1 earlier on. HAILEBURY behind me have been out warming up, the referees here. It is a slightly delayed kickoff, I should let you know. We're going to be starting at 2:20 rather than the advertised 2:15. That's just to let Trent get through their warm-up and get prepared for this one. And of course, it's second time here at HAILEBURY this season. Unfortunately, the last one was cut slightly short by an injury when they were taking on Teddy's Oxford, but it was a fantastic performance overall from HAILEBURY that day. Will we see more of the same? Will we see Trent College come down? They've had a fantastic season, Trent. They've been really competitive. They've won 5 games and they're on a streak at the moment. They beat Wellingborough and Worksop College back-to-back games. That Worksop game last weekend, one of the few that went ahead, and they had to earn it really hard. It was a 6-5 victory, getting the penalties in. For HAILEBURY, it's been a bit of a tricky run since that Teddy's victory. Tough defeats to Berkhamsted, Bedford and St Albans, but they are top class sides. Really difficult opponents, and HAILEBURY showed up well. So we're expecting them to really step up in this final game of the season. We cannot wait for it. Matters otherwise, though. There is a huge season coming next season. We've got a whole load of sevens coming up for you. We've also got netball and hockey, and I really do want to shout out to everyone. Get in touch if you want your event or your game live streamed next term, because we have some gaps in the calendar that we're eager to fill, although not too many gaps, but we want to get them all as full up as possible, because we want to show off all that is great about school sport and schools rugby in particular, and all culminating in that Rosslyn Park National School Sevens at the end of term, followed by the Sedbergh Super 10s. It's a fantastic way to round off the season, isn't it? But a long way to go until then. We've got some academy stuff that has to be played as well. That all kicks off on the 4th of January. It's going to be a busy few weeks and months coming up, but to round off 2024 Haileybury against Trent College. It's coming to you very, very soon. Haileybury, you can just see behind me going through their final drills. I can see Trent College off to my left having their studs checked. You'll be needing a firm stud today, actually, because it is pretty slippy underfoot. Anyone that saw the Chelsea game the other night will know what I mean about getting the right set of studs on. If you've got the short ones on, you'll be falling over all over the place. A couple of players to look out for today: Dylan Line and Dante Moore, the two captains, both at loose head for their respective sides. So scrum time's going to be entertaining, but it's going to tell us a little bit about how these two sides like to play. A lot of power, a lot of passion from the front row. It's going to be really, really good there. Ethan Harrison as well, the Leicester Tiger for Trent College, and Toby Grimberg, vice captain for Haileybury, all big stars. But some absentees just to make mention of in case we don't get a chance during the game. Haileybury without their England centre and superstar Fraser Rawlins, and also to Eddie Elliott, who sadly had to give up the game. He was a fantastic number 8 who was having a thriving junior career with Saracens. They'll both be on the touchlines. Trent College without Russell Carmichael and Samuel Dickens, a couple of Leicester Tigers, Riley Boswell as well, the Northampton Saint, and Tom Jenkins, unfortunately a late dropout as well. So a few boys missing, but I'm sure they will definitely be in the minds of those that are on the field, because there's a massive wave of emotion here that is all about celebration of the season. And what a season it has been. We have had some crackers, and some crackers recently as well, haven't we? That Millfield against Sedbergh game last week, 25,000 of you have watched the highlights of that alone. Outstanding. It really was a spectacular occasion. We've had Clifton College against Blackrock College as well. That was a really tight one. And by the way, Clifton playing another Irish side this weekend, Terranure College. So it's a bit of an Irish loving at Clifton College at the moment. Wellington College against Sedbergh recently as well, and of course a couple of called off games due to the storm. So it's been a wonderful terms rugby. Remember all the way back in September up at Iffley Road with St Edward's Oxford against Magdalen College. It was a cold night then at the end of summer. It's a cold day again today to round things off here at Haileybury for this massive game against Trent College. Haileybury, the former school of the England captain Jamie George, and of course the likes of Nick Ezekwe as well. It's a place that has produced so many fantastic players, got a great reputation. Michael Owen, the director of rugby, a former Wales captain, and indeed captain the British and Irish Lions against Argentina, didn't he, back in 2005? An absolute giant of the game running things here at Haileybury. Trent College have got a fantastic reputation as well. Their derby game against Nottingham High School is always one to look out for. And they're going to be a side to look out for as well. Sorry, I just got distracted by watching their fly half, who is George Beecham, it's Sam Evans rather, who's just practicing his kicking. Ooh. Tell you what, we might see some tasty touchline conversions today. Are very impressive out the corner of my eye. So big game to come today after the end of a fantastic season of rugby here at NextGen15. We can't wait to get cracking, can't wait to run you through the team sheets in a few moments time as well, because we've got some super players. But in the meantime, we're going to cut to a couple of adverts, because we've got a very special one from Haileybury, very motivational music as well, let me tell you. Been enjoying that one while we've been watching it in pre-production today. So we're going to cut to a couple of those, then we're going to jump up and run through the team sheets for you. Remember, it's a delayed kickoff. 2:20 is when we get started here today. So we'll be back with you in just a couple of moments' time.
It's been a bit checkered. We've had to win some losses, but the intent's there. Points are being scored, whether we're winning or we're losing. We're developing, and the wins will start flowing in.
Haileybury Rugby, honestly, is unreal. The way we play, the way we move the ball, the way we attack, it's just so positive. It's an honour to play in the team. It's great fun. We have a great laugh when we're playing, and soon enough the results are going to come on the pitch.
We're a smaller side on average. We've got pace on the wing, such as Nathan. We've got power up front, like George. We've just got an all-round strong team.
I think we're very fortunate as a team to have so many skillful players in the backs, and I think our set pieces have definitely improved from where we were at the start of the season. I think kicking off both feet is really useful for us in attack and defence. Helps us open different angles in attack, allowing us to score more tries when in defence it also allows us to clear our lines and gain as much territory as we can.
We've got terrace in pristine condition. Thank you to the Haileybury groundsman.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to Mr. Owen, Director of Rugby, who helps us to play a positive brand of rugby whenever we step on the field.
And then we've also got Miss Daniels, head of S&C. She helps us out with everything, warm-up, pre-game, everything. And we've also just got team intent, team spirit. We're always laughing, always joking. When it comes to game time, we lock in, we're serious. We try and win games.
I think considering we've got quite a small team, our scrums have been great this season because I've had clean ball at the back of the scrum and I've been able to distribute the ball to Charlie so we can run our various back moves and score tries. Line-outs have been a very important part of our game this season. We've got many different options and it's been very successful with our rolling ball in helping us gain territory. I think the best part of the season so far was our season opener against Felsted, in which we won 43-6 and scored 7 tries.
I mean, it's been a mixture of decisions, different wins, losses. But at the end of the day, we've been playing well, we've been playing with intent. Scoreboard doesn't really matter to me too much. I mean, the record might hurt, but the skill's there, the intent's there. I like it.
Welcome back then to Haileybury, where they are taking on Trent College in this final live game of the season here on Next Gen 15. It's been a fantastic season, as I said earlier. We cannot wait for this final game to get underway. As I mentioned, it's a slightly delayed kickoff. 20 past 2 is when we get going. But before we get going, we might as well take you through the teams because we've got some fantastic players lining up today. More importantly, we've got some players lining up for the final time in their school careers. Now, Haileybury, who are the home side, they'll be playing in their regulation purple kit, I believe. They've just gone inside, so we haven't got them on screen for you because they've gone off to make sure they stay warm. But Haileybury will be captained, as I mentioned earlier, by loosehead Dylan Line, the Northampton Saints under-18 hooker, who's also played an awful lot of rugby at number 8 for Haileybury this season, but he starts in the front row. Alongside him are 2 Welsh exiles in the form of George Grant and Owen Mills. In the second row, Sam Donner, the ever-present, who was part of the Barbarians under-18 side last year. He's joined in a first start by Hector Wallace. In the back row, meanwhile, it's a little bit of a change. Henry Herbert, who's been at lock through most of the season, moves to the blindside flank. Meanwhile, Elwood Harrison Hales has back-to-back starts on the open side flank. George Johnston, meanwhile, who's been at 8 in every game since Dylan Line moved from 8 to the front row, is again at number 8. In the back line, meanwhile, Leo Davis, the top-class cricketer, is in at scrum half. Charlie Walters, another of those Barbarians under-18s, starts the game at fly half. In the centres, Toby Grimberg and Matt Wright are alongside each other. An awful lot of experience and leadership in that midfield combination. On the wing, Corey Harris is joined by Tani Sanu, who's been all over the place this season. He's played a bit at centre, he's played a bit in the back row. He starts today on the wing, and at full-back is the hot-stepping Sam Sofalue. On the bench, James Lucock, who is in and having a look at our setup before kickoff, alongside Oliver Aitken and Emilio Christofis. Hamish Archibald will be covering both centre and the back row. He's had a couple of games in the back row of late. Will Grace will cover fly half and Nathan Coker at the outside backs positions. And And as I mentioned earlier, the Director of Rugby at Haileybury is Michael Owen. Trent College, meanwhile, who are out on field, still running through their drills, just trying to get a bit of blood flowing in these cold temperatures, are led also by their loose head, the Leicester Tigers man, Dante Moore. And alongside him in the front row, some late changes. They've had a bit of a jiggle around. Finley Jenkins-Jones, who was originally lining up at prop, now lines up at hooker. Rowan Tingle, who was originally lining up in the second row, is lining up now on the tight head. Will Oxley is in the second row alongside Tio Panayotov, who's a late promotion from the bench. And in the back row, the flankers are Nikhil Banot and Oliver Green. And the Leicester Tigers man, Ethan Harrison, the vice-captain, is at number 8. In the back line, Joe Finnemore and Sam Evans are the half-backs. Meanwhile, the centres, Ben McMahon and Edward Marshall. That's a fascinating combination. On the wings, George Beecham and Edric Garner. Fullback, meanwhile, Wilfred Chenner. And on the bench, Oliver Bowden and Joe Cook, 2 replacements for Trent College. So those are our teams. We're not too far away from kick-off now. Michael Owen is settled down onto his bench. I can see a Christmas hat down there as well. Fraser Rawlins, meanwhile, the England man, is just doing everything he can not to overexert himself. He looks absolutely itching to be out there on the field in this final game for Haileybury. Trent College, as you can see on the screen, just going through their final bits of warm-up. It is a pristine setting here at Haileybury, and you might have noticed the wonderful almost column structure off to the left-hand side when I was talking on screen earlier. That is where we expect Haileybury to emerge from. They often come through there, through that sort of colonnade area, as they emerge. Hopefully in a few moments' time. The crowd is starting to pick up a little bit as well. Plenty of cars. I think spectators have been sitting in them, staying nice and warm ahead of kickoff. A big day for all involved. Their final game of the season. In fact, I can see Haileybury just starting to emerge through those columns now. They're just having a little huddle tucked away in amongst the columns. Referee has taken his tracksuit off as well. We are almost ready for kickoff here in Hertfordshire. A fantastic afternoon ahead of us. And this, of course, the final time that this group will have this sort of conversation together. These last moments, you can imagine the sort of things that are being said about making sure this is one to remember, one to treasure for years to come. No doubt they will. Trent have huddled up as well. Warm-up complete, they're ready to go. They're going to be in blue, red and white hoops. Haileybury predominantly in purple with a sort of thin white bit of piping hoop around it. It looks as though Trent College will be playing from right to left. They're just still running through final bits of drill here. It's a long old chat from Haileybury, isn't it? Plenty to say. Now they're ready to go. The chant of Haileybury rises up and Dylan Line leads for the last time this Haileybury side out onto this wonderful first team pitch. One final outing for these boys that have spent so much time together, played so many games together through the years. And it's what makes schools rugby so special, isn't it? Your window of time in the shirt is so small. The two loose head props make their way to the halfway line for the toss. Dylan Line and Dante Moore. What a tantalising clash that is. Final pads being hit. Just warming those shoulders up. We are just about ready for kickoff. Toss complete. Looks as though both sides are staying at their respective ends. And it looks as though Haileybury will be the side that will be getting us started. Final few words of wisdom from Trent College before kickoff. Haileybury ready and raring. Charlie Walters just adjusting his socks, readying himself to hoist this one up into the sky to get us going. Walters gets us started, hoists it up to the 22, and Trent College collects it safely. And that's a fantastic carry to get us started with. Carried forward by McMahon. Fly half. Evans crashes it up as well. Abrasive carrying from Trent College to get things started. Now they're just going to play for a bit of territory and get the box kick away. Hoisted up towards Walters, who's in the backfield. Sanu went for it, but it bounces up into the hands of McMahon, who gets an offload away, but Walters just gets hands on and now looks to play. And Haileybury looking expansive early on, and Sanu now starts to scorch down that left-hand side. Might have just got a bit of a knock on his way down there, but a sign there of the way that Haileybury want to play. Looking to move that ball as wide as they can, as early as they can. Just confirmation of a change in the team sheet. Unfortunately, Henry Herbert didn't quite make it. So it's Hamish Archibald, the man I told you he's been playing a lot of centre and a lot of back row. He is starting at 6 for Haileybury today in a distinctive pink scrum cap. You won't be able to miss him. And unfortunately, that burst down the left-hand touchline for Tani Sanu is his final action of the game. Unfortunately, he's had to go off injured, which means that Nathan Coker, wearing 19, has come on that left wing. We will restart the game with a scrum to Haileybury.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Yes,
A huge Trent College scrum. Haileybury have done really well to get the ball out on their side, and the man we were just speaking about, Archibald, gets it to his fly half, Walters, who puts in a really intelligent kick. Very, very clever play from Walters, the fly half.
Tackle there, no hands. Back foot. Back foot.
Trent behind their own goal line, hoist the ball up towards the 10-metre line into the hands of Sofalue. Such a threat when he gets moving, but it's been stolen by Trent College. That's really sharp work at the breakdown, and they might just look to have a little counter as Skipper Moore took it in, but that greasy ball just popped out. It's been a funny old day here. not quite been raining. Those of you that have stood on enough touchlines will know exactly what I mean when I say that, which is it's wet, but you don't know you're getting wet. Greasy ball out there, almost like there's a heavy dew, probably the best way of describing it. Walters beats it short to Wright, who's hit hard, but does well to present the ball on HAILEYBURY's side. Now they're just flirting with that 22. Walters looks cross field. Is there a bit of space out there for Coker? Catches it cleanly and then looks to burst around that left-hand side. Does well to stay in field, but then the ball just catches a boot and drifts out into touch. It'll be a line-out Trent, but already a sign again with the way that HAILEYBURY might be looking to play. Walters has got a very, very nice boot on him, and they're looking to move the ball out to those wings as fast as they can, via hand or via foot.
Numbers should be 5. Guys, can you take
10 place, boys. One more.
It'll be a Trent College line-out midway into the 22.
Yeah, when you're ready.
I should have mentioned earlier, by the way, Trent College head of rugby, Sean Holtham.
Tackle!
He's helped us out an awful lot this week with team sheets, actually, it has to be said.
Tackle there, no hands!
And a tricky task for him as well, with a couple of bits chopping and changing. He's managed it. Boxed away by Finnemore.
Tackle! You an assist, no hands!
HAILEYBURY in possession again. They've enjoyed a lot of possession, HAILEYBURY.
Fine.
Just want to see if they can start to find a bit of phase play.
You've gone straight off your feet there.
It won't be this time. They've gone off their feet. It'll be a penalty, Trent College, and perhaps the first chance to launch some sort of attacking play here for the visitors.
Just there. Straight back, boys. Come on. Get game on the ball.
It's a lovely kick.
Thank you, sir. What are the numbers, gents? 5 again, HAILEYBURY. Hold there, please. 10. 10. Stay one step. Thank you.
Ball retrieved. Trent will have the line out just on the 10-metre line.
Trent, it's up to you to open up that gap, please. Dante, step across.
Loose ball, but it's collected in the end by Trent.
Tackle! Roll away!
Again, loose ball. It's so greasy out there, and it's tidied up by Archibald, who then loses it. It really is slippy.
And then lost forward again by HAILEYBURY, so scrum down, HAILEYBURY
Good few Christmas hats around. Almost makes me think I should have worn one myself. However, I'm in my lovely NextGen15 bobble hat, which you can get on our new shop. The link is in our bio on the Instagram page.
Set. Yes,
for a lucky first few of you, if you buy a bobble hat, you get a free cap as well. It's all going on.
Not held. Now he is held.
Walters again puts boot to ball, and it's a huge kick deep into the 22. The chase from HAILEYBURY is good as well, and it forces Trent into a rather hurried clearance that'll be just on the edge of the 22. The boot of Charlie Walters proving a real weapon early on for HAILEYBURY.
Tingle, 5 meter channel. 10. Thank you so much. Perfect.
Ollie, tell him.
Move! Move! Tingle, Trent, Dante, you're good there.
Trent,
Dylan Line to throw in. finds his target in the middle, and they'll start to get this maul moving. And now Line gets on the back of the maul, ball in hand. He's scored an awful lot of tries this season, Dylan Line, and he might even be scenting something here. They're still driving forward, Haileybury. On and on they go, playing with advantage now. Trying to work to get the ball back. They can't quite, but they have advantage and they have the penalty.
Come straight across and kill that.
And they'll go to the corner again. And given the way that that first maul surged forward, I think we can expect to see another maul here from Haileybury.
Numbers is 4 still.
Maul again! Maul again! Get up! Maul again. Yeah, boys,
They do set up that maul, and they do start to surge forward again. Trent trying to force it away from the line. Haileybury break ground to the open side. They can't quite get the ball down though. Archibald goes close.
Short! No hands!
Now they look a little wider. Through the hands they go. Walters almost through. Can he get the ball down? No, just held short. Good scramble from Trent College.
No, he's short, release!
Still just short, tantalisingly so for Haileybury. Now they go a bit wider. And now they're going to cross the line. Elwood Harrison Hales, the try scorer. They had to show real patience there, Haileybury. Trent scrambled fantastically. Twice they were almost over. And then that slightly wider pass to Elwood Harrison Hales. A good tackle came in on him, but it almost propelled him over the line. Such was the body shape he'd got himself into. And the open side flanker opens the scoring in this final game of the season. Walters will be in control of the conversion. You get a real sense, don't you, looking out beyond those posts of the sort of day it is here. You also get a sense that Walters is not going to miss too many kicks. Lands the conversion, moves Haileybury 7-0 in front. Elwood Harrison Hales there, the try scorer. Haileybury lead 7 points to 0.
Knock on advantage.
Kickoff is lost forward. Trent College
Tackle, release, no hands, you assist.
gain possession from it.
Still playing knock on advantage.
That's nice handling to get it out into the wide channel, up almost to the 22 through the fullback Chenery there. Now Green takes it forward.
Over, roll away. Yours fine, the ball can be played.
Lead away to Evans, the fly half. Evans still
Tackle!
going. He's unafraid to take it into contact, isn't he, Evans? Doesn't mind mixing it with the big boys.
Tackle
One of the
that.
biggest there, Dante Moore. Just moves it forward another couple of yards. Trent with their
Tackle,
most
his
promising
first man
passage
left
of
on the
play
ball,
of the
leave
game
it
so
now.
far.
Tackle.
Taken
Roll away
forward
two.
again.
Thank you.
Well into the 22 now. Evans
Tackle.
shifts it on
No,
one.
Release. You okay?
That one short
Tackle.
to Jenkins Jones.
Advantage offside.
Haileybury had crept offside. That was why Evans was under so much pressure there. They'll have the penalty. Like to go quickly as well. Finnemore goes fast, the scrum half, moves the ball on. Play with advantage as well. Haileybury weren't back 10. Big opportunity this for Trent College. Evans goes cross field. There's a load of space out there, but it's well dealt with by Coker and then lost. And could it be that Trent get themselves across the line? No, fantastic defence from HAILEBURY. But Trent get there in the end. Finley Jenkins-Jones with the score. They had the advantage. They rolled the dice and they got their reward. A little nod to the camera there as well. Another example of just how slippy that ball is. It was fantastic defence to stop the initial surge towards the line, but few people are stopping Finley Jenkins-Jones from that kind of range. First proper spell of possession in the attacking part of the field for Trent College, and they come away with points. Conversion drilled low, but just a little too low. So HAILEBURY hold on to the lead, but only a slender one now, 7 points to 5.
Nothing cheaper by the kicker, please. Whenever you're ready. Tackle, no, red!
Trent take the kick off cleanly. Get the sense that's going to be an important part of the day today, given how slippy we've seen the ball is. Control of those kickoffs as Evans thumps it up to his opposite number, Walters, who spotted a load of space. Evans was wise to it, covered it, but loses it forward. Another example there of just how tricky it is. It'll be a scrum to HAILEBURY. We'll see that try again. Evans with the crossfield kick, difficult high ball to gather. Trent go close. It was really smart work in defence from that right. Finley Jenkins-Jones gets it down, squirts away from him as he gets it down, but downward pressure gets him the try. And HAILEBURY on the attack, looking for a fast response, and that's lovely footwork from Corey Harris.
Hit it hard, come on, hit it hard!
Tackle, no hands, you all assist. Tackle.
Well, last time HAILEBURY were in this sort of position, they scored, didn't they? And it's been ripped away by Trent this time, and Dante Moore, the skipper, thinks he's spotted a bit of space, and now the try scorer, Jenkins-Jones, starts moving forward. His tail is certainly up now. Sam Evans launches it. That's a really nice kick as well. Cover is good from HAILEBURY though. Oh, lovely bit of footwork as well, and now a little chip over the top as Nathan Coker chasing after it, and he's done brilliantly well to gather that one one-handed.
Tackle, release!
Taken forward by Brandt. Walters. Sopalue just stumbled as he put that kick through. He's back to gather the return. Gets the pass away. Continuity here from HAILEBURY, and then Walters does, as Walters does, and finds a lovely touch with his boot. It was just a question there of whether it was a 50-22 or not, but the ball was taken back by HAILEBURY, and therefore it will be a Trent throw into this line out. Charged down by line, and this time it'll be a HAILEBURY ball. Sharp work from the skipper there.
I'm not sure it's a genuine.
Charlie, get
No,
up. Get up. Feel special.
Haileybury, it's your gap. Hold a sec. Yeah, use the 5, boys. 5 is good. 5 is good.
Wait. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Scrum. Never straight. Scrum down.
Let's go, boy! Right, come on, Dylan! Owen, win this scrum! Come on, boys! Owen, you've got him. Tuck him up. Come on, let's go!
Stand no one further. Thank you. Crouch. Bind.
Drill right there.
Set. Yes,
Haileybury.
9. Leave it 9.
They are
Thank you.
from
Not
the
round the back
doing
foot.
everything right. Scrum. It's Harrison that picks up off the base. Oh, he can carry, can't he? Ethan Harrison.
No hands. Tackle.
Harrison Hales. Good tackle there.
Behind the line, Haileybury. Behind the line. Back foot is the line.
Finnemore will look to box clear. It's a good one up to the halfway line. Sofolue's underneath it though, and he's going to look to use a bit of that footwork and does well to get up to the 10-metre line to Sofolue.
Tackle.
Well done, Sam, that's good! Go, boys!
Walters well held on to there
Tackle.
by Owen
No
Mills.
hands.
Lost it initially, but stayed calm, gathered it back in, and now Walters has just moved from right to left and tries to sweep the ball out to that
Backwards,
left-hand
always
side.
backwards.
Sofolue now in possession, and Harrison Hales now.
Tackle now. No hands.
In fact, I think it might have been the hooker, George Brandt, that took it on.
Tackle there.
Walters is it to Johnston. Johnston still going.
Go, get on, guys! Get on!
Meeting ground release.
Stay on!
Tackle.
Haileybury starting to get into rhythm again here, and Dylan Line on the inside.
There, roll away. 8.
Had to be hit well and was. Walters sticks it in the air. Tricky one. Lands in the hands of Corey Harris.
Leave it now. No contest. No contest.
Mills again takes it forward.
Never come back round number 5.
And it's a
Number 5.
penalty
You've never come
to
back.
Haileybury.
Points.
Well, Charlie Walters is navigating this game fantastically well, using that boot, aware that the ball is incredibly slippy. Just see there, Trent never got themselves back behind the back foot. Tears on for Charlie Walters. He will be in charge of this conversion, or penalty I should say. I think Haileybury are making a few changes here. I know they're very keen to make sure that all the upper sixth in the squad get a real run out today. Yeah. Good few players making their way off as Walters just pushes that one to the left-hand side. It'll be a 22 restart for Trent College. Scores stay at 7-5 in Haileybury's favour.
Come on, boys, straight back. Come on, let's ask for it. Come on, who wants the ball?
So Lucock is on. Oliver Aitken as well. Nathan Coker, of course, came on early on for the unfortunate Tani Sani. And Coker breaking through there, surging up almost to the 22. Dylan Line is there now to pick up. And when he gets going, he really can rumble. Out the back here to Walters, he just stabs it through. He ran out of options a little bit there.
Tackle release.
They thought there were going to be more players on that far side, but everyone had tracked across to the right-hand side in support of Nathan Coker. So Trent recovered possession. Sam Evans will look to clear and does so up towards Corey Harris here on the halfway line. And Harris takes the defence on.
Tackle, release!
Let's go, come on!
Ball is there, ball is there, ball is there.
Haileybury enjoying themselves now. A little stab over the top by Leo Davis. And the loose ball lands in the hands of Corey Harris. Sense of energy from the replacements here for Haileybury.
He is fine, but we're playing advantage for the knock-on. It's a scrum down.
And it'll be a scrum Haileybury. A chance for me to just try and run through those changes for you. James Lucock and Oliver Aitken both on in the front row. Dylan Line has moved from loose head into the back row. Looks as though George Brandt has moved from hooker to the open side, and I think Emilio Christofis might have come on as well, wearing no number, but moving into the second row, I believe.
Both sides are moving before the ball is in. Both sides are moving. You okay? Both sides,
I think as well, Will Grace might be on at fly half, which has seen Charlie Walters shift out. In fact, I'm incorrect there. Just trying to keep an observation on what's happened out there for you. Will Grace is on at a fullback. There we go. Big scrum again from Trent College. They've turned it over against the head. That really is fantastic work. And the abrasive carrying of Ethan Harrison gets them onto the front foot. Their scrum has been a real weapon, hasn't it? We saw it early on, and they show it again there.
We've got advantage for the high tackle still.
Evans once again challenges the defensive line on his own. All lost forward though, so we come back for the scrum down. Sorry, for the penalty.
The scrum was over here, gents, so the tackle was going to be over here as well. High tackle.
That's our scrum, boys. Come on. Step up, come on. Walking off the own ball. Come on.
Penalty won't find touch. Walters in the backfield, looks to counter and fizzes it out to this left-hand side, and there might be a little bit of space out there. Will Grace out there on the far side.
Drop that tackle height, please. Advantage high tackle. Nine, you're playing with advantage.
The short side, Haileybury go. Trying to find a way through the Trent College defence, but the defence is good.
Probably high there, but it was definitely high back here.
And forces Haileybury into touch, but will come back for the penalty for the high tackle.
High tackle. Hinge at the hips, please, boys.
Walters this time will look to the corner.
On the 5, sir. Thank you.
Finds a very good touch. It'll be a 5-metre line out. Just see it again here. Just started high and then slipped low. Unfortunate one there.
Who's in the front? Edwards. Manage the gap.
Penalty rightly awarded though. And from it, Haileybury have a line out 5 metres away. And as we've said before and seen before, if they get the drill right here, this maul is a real weapon. Trent opt not to engage, and so it's an accidental offside for Haileybury as they pass the ball back. Smart work from Trent College there. They know what a threat that maul is, having experienced it earlier on in the game. So they don't engage, banking on the fact that Haileybury might just pass that ball back, and that's exactly what happened. Truck and trailer, as the ref said, accidental offside.
Time's back on, let's play please. Marcus here, gents.
A shout out to our
Marcus here.
leisure wear partners, Extreme Robes,
Who's budding?
keeping us warm and indeed fashionable.
Forwards, same again. Let's hold it until that ball is in, please. Haileybury bind
Some
up.
lovely stuff actually on extremerobes.co.uk. We encourage you to go and check them out.
Can you, one step. 10.
Good clothes for tough weather. That's how I
Crouch.
describe them.
Bind. Set. Hold. I didn't like really what I was seeing here between the two of you. Can you present a gap?
Great. Just telling the front rows what's what.
Let's hold that push, please. Crouch. Bind. Set. Yes, 9.
Harrison again picks up off the base and again
No hands.
shrugs off a couple of tackles before he's eventually brought down. Binimore hoists it away. Finds a decent enough touch as well. Another Haileybury line out then. Will Trent engage this time?
Step. Gents, we listen. Manage the gap. Use Jim as your marker.
Free. Just trying to police this line out a little bit, get some sort of a gap. Haileybury go deep to the tail, and then it's an intricate one to allow Dylan Line a little rumble. Gets back to his feet, still going Dylan Line, almost up to the 5-metre line. And now bursting forward goes his front row colleague George Brandt. Second score for Haileybury. All about the initial power from Dylan Line, and then George Brandt with a fairly hefty dollop of it as well. Gets back to his feet there, Line. Takes on the defence. And then Brandt spots the gap and surges over the line. Well, they make their front rowers a bit different in Haileybury, don't they? Brilliant carry initially from Line, and then great awareness from Brandt. Manages to shrug off a tackler in the process. Walters as the extras, and Haileybury have a 14-5 lead.
Come on, boys, you've got to come back fast.
Now, you good? You good? Stay on. Tackle!
What a carry from Dylan Line it was. Hampton Saints man in his opposite number is now charging forward and showing he's not the only front rower that's an athlete. Dante Moore surging forward.
Tackle, release!
Pace slows a little.
Back foot!
Moore has hands on again and will go round the corner. It's Line that makes the tackle on him. Helped
Tackle now!
by his mate,
Back foot, Haileybury!
Toby Grimberg there.
Tackle roll away,
But Trent
no hands.
on the front foot here. Is the space? Can they find a way across the line? Evans plays it short and then dancing through they go. The offload now, is it going to be 2 scores for Finley Jenkins-Jones? He wants it, he really wants it. He's surging forward, but he's just short.
On the line, on the line, on the line.
Evans
Tackle!
Pick up around the fringe from Finnemore, but hit hard in the tackle by Will Grace.
Tackle! No hands, you assist.
Haileybury having to throw everything at their defence here.
Roll away!
Work rate is impressive, but Trent College just keep on coming. Up to the line, but not across the line yet. Held up, says the referee.
Nothing clear. It's goal line dropping out. Can't see anything clear.
Who was it that got themselves under there? I think it might have been Oliver Aitken. Whoever it was really, really sharp and tidy work. So Haileybury were under real pressure there. Walters finds grass with the dropout. That's always key. Trent will look to counter though. Oh, and it's a lovely delayed blind pass to Evans, which just allows him through a little hole.
Stay behind, stay behind.
Tackle there. No hands. Tackle there, roll away, please. Ball is there to play.
Yes,
Backwards,
yes, boys.
backwards.
Lost by Trent, but goes backwards. They still keep coming. Feels like an important passage of the game here. We're not far short of half-time.
Out, please.
And Trent scored to narrow the gap, or can Haileybury hold out?
Tackle.
Keep a hold of this 9-point lead heading into the half-time break. Dylan Lyons looking to get the turnover there. He's got hands on, gets the penalty as well. Super play from the skipper.
We've got 60 seconds.
1 minute left in the half. Walters goes for touch and once again finds a fantastic touch. Just look at this again here. The tackle from Harrison, from Elwood Harrison Hales first of all, and then the opportunism from Dylan Lyne to get hands on the ball. Really, really quick work for the turnover.
Haileybury, let's manage this gap. It's your plan.
Haileybury line out is good again, and they get them all going this time. Line has hands on at the base of it, and they're crabbing in field, but they're crabbing forwards as well. Momentum just halts for a second, but now they start to surge again.
That is once.
Stopped once, says the referee, but now they get a nudge on again.
That is twice.
Looks as though the momentum has been lost. Ball goes to ground. I think we're going to end up here with Trent ball. In fact, they've managed to rip it in the midst of that maul. In the meantime, Haileybury have made a few replacements again. I'll try and keep an eye on those for you. Trent looking to counter from inside their own 22. But a fantastic tackle comes raining in. That was excellent defence from Matt Wright, the outside centre.
Backwards, always backwards. Tackle! No hands, you are assist. Fine. Tackle! Roll away. Ball is there to play. That's been lost forward.
All lost forward, but that will be the half-time break. Haileybury do hold on to that lead into half-time. 2 scores for them, 1 for Trent, and a 14-5 lead for Haileybury at the half-time break. It is game on for the second half.
records have been a bit checkered. We've had to win some losses, but the intent's there. Points are being scored, whether we're winning or we're losing. We're developing, and the wins will start flowing in.
Haileybury Rugby, honestly, is unreal. The way we play, the way we move the ball, the way we attack, it's just so positive. It's an honour to play in the team. It's great fun. We have a great laugh when we're playing, and soon enough the results are going to come on the pitch.
We're a smaller side on average. We've got pace on the wing, such as Nathan. We've got power up front, like George. We've just got an all-round strong team.
I think we're very fortunate as a team to have so many skillful players in the backs, and I think our set pieces have definitely improved from where we were at the start of the season. I think kicking off both feet is really useful for us in attack and defence. Helps us open different angles in attack, allowing us to score more tries when in defence it also allows us to clear our lines and gain as much territory as we can.
We've got terrace in pristine condition. Thank you to the Haileybury groundsman.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to Mr. Owen, Director of Rugby, who helps us to play a positive brand of rugby whenever we step on the field.
And then we've also got Miss Daniels, head of S&C. She helps us out with everything, warm-up, pre-game, everything. And we've also just got team intent, team spirit. We're always laughing, always joking. When it comes to game time, we lock in, we're serious. We try and win games.
I think considering we've got quite a small team, our scrums have been great this season because I've had clean ball at the back of the scrum and I've been able to distribute the ball to Charlie so we can run our various back moves and score tries. Line-outs have been a very important part of our game this season. We've got many different options and it's been very successful with our rolling rule in helping us gain territory. I think the best part of the season so far was our season opener against Felston, in which we won 43-6 and scored 7 tries.
I mean, it's been a mixture of decisions, different wins, losses. But at the end of the day, we've been playing well.
Well, a short and sharp half-time there. Sees Trent College get us back underway for this second half. And ultimately, we will begin with a Haileybury scrum after that one was just lost forward off the kickoff. For those of you just joining us for the second half, Haileybury are leading at half-time, 14 points to 5, playing from right to left in this second half in their purple shirts. Trent College playing from left to right in their blue, white and red. And in a sign of the sort of day that we are experiencing weather-wise, it's already starting to get a little bit dark. We've only just started the second half. Sopalue juggles that one backwards, and that's a lovely little grubber through, but it's pounced upon by Trent College, who goes surging forward, and Edward Marshall takes it on. And we'll come back for a Trent College scrum. Scrum down, Trent College ball, or TC ball as the referee says. You might see dotted around a few unusual looking rugby shirts. That's because it's house rugby today at Haileybury as well. It's all been going on. Here we can find out which house emerged victorious.
Tackle release!
Presumably, one would imagine, one of the houses has contributed less towards this team, given the clash.
Back foot.
Trent have the ball.
Tackle.
Working forward inside this 15-metre channel. Just stabs a kick forward. It'll bounce. Tricky one to gather, but it's dealt with nicely by Leo Davis, the scrum half who was there in the backfield.
Retreat, Trent, retreat, retreat.
Clipped forward by Chenery, I think it was, and into the hands of Haileybury in the backfield. There was a little half a gap there, but Trent managed to close it up. They get a penalty for it as well. Sharp work from Trent College. Just bite off a little bit too much with that kick to the corner. We'll come back And it'll be a Haileybury scrum. As I mentioned earlier, they've made a few more changes, Haileybury. So Dylan Line now back in the front row from number 8. Who knows where we'll see him pop up next. Looks like we've got a new man at 8 as well. We'll try and keep an eye on those changes for you. It's another massive scrum from Trent College. They really have been superb in that area today. Oh, that's nice from Chenry.
Tackle there. Back foot, back foot.
Did well because Nathan Coker was ready to race away.
Tackle, roll away
that one over.
Back foot again.
More.
Tackle, roll away, 4.
It's getting an increasing number of touches. Evans boot to ball again. Just trying to use the ever so slight hill, I think. Works out well. Grace had to really work hard just to tidy that one up. Ended up sliding out into touch. Trent have gone quickly. Might not be the worst idea either because Ethan Harrison, the big ball carrying number 8, was there to charge forward. Taken on by Oxley. But Haileybury were offside in midfield. And again, Trent are going to look to go quickly. They were going to go quickly, but they're going to call for the scrum. That's not a bad idea, given how well that scrum has been going.
Go further, make sure they're fine.
Trent scrum. Got to think that surely Ethan Harrison is going to pick this up. He's such a threat off the base of the scrum.
Chase feet, Dale, chase feet, chase feet.
Oh, he's not played it. Penalty. Penalty.
Penalty at the scrum. Leo Davis aware of the threat that Harrison has.
Scrum again. 9.
Just took him out early.
You go same again.
Unsurprisingly.
Here's the mark, Chase.
Flankers, heads up, boys, come on. Come on, George, he's your man. Come on, he's coming around, mate.
Trent opt for the scrum again.
Let's go.
Harrison
Bind.
surely will be licking his chops at this.
What is happening? I'm not blaming anyone, but there's nowhere for your head to go at the moment. You either need to get down, or open up a little bit more for him.
Trent have completely stacked the open side of the field.
That was set up was going to be dangerous.
If they do pick up, the onus is going to be on the flankers to make sure they get away from the scrum in support quickly.
Bind. Set. Yes, Niall.
It's the dummy call. They do move it to the back line on the far side, and they might well find a bit of space out there. Everyone was thinking the number 8 pickup was coming, and Trent flashed to the open side. Now Harrison gets on the charge. It just crawled along there, though. That's going to get called back, surely. Same movement, says the referee. I do apologise. The try is awarded. Ethan Harrison gets the score. Well, we thought he was going to pick up off the base of the scrum. Instead, they went to the open side, but he worked his way across to make the carry here. Ethan Harrison collects it on the 5. And Rum. Well, Ethan Harrison with an important score there. One movement was the call. Same movement, I believe, actually, was the call. conversion is just clipped over as well. And the game squeezes up. It's a 2-point margin, 14 points to 12, Haileybury lead. Ethan Harrison there, the try scorer. He's been so dominant off the base of the scrum. He's been working on his celebrations as well.
Tackle!
So,
back foot!
25 minutes left to go. We've got a serious game on our hands here, haven't we? Two scores apiece. Remember, this is the first time these two sides have ever met. An awful lot of bragging rights at play then. Walters in the backfield, collects it safely, decides to have a run. And a good decision as well. He's made great ground, made about 20, 25 meters there with some tidy footwork, and still he's going on. Eventually gets pulled to ground. Dylan Line now throws the dummy and he'll start rumbling too. Takes about 2 or 3 men to bring him down. Sofalue has to juggle with it, manages to keep a hold of it. He's done really well there, but eventually the next pass is lost forward. A promising bit of build up there from Haileybury. Just in the end, peters out. Footwork early on from Walters, just fantastic. Sofalue did really well just to recover that ball. Gets the pass away, but just hits a knee, doesn't it? Unfortunately, from a Haileybury point of view.
Dante holding that push to the balls in for me, okay? Jim, Dante, let's sort that gap out as well between the two. Hold there, hold there. Crouch, bind, set.
Trent scrum. It's a much more even scrum this time. Ethan Harrison just pops it off. A go down the outside. Oh, it's a fantastic attempt at a tackle there from Wright. Almost drove his opposite man into touch, but Trent did well to stay in field and they maintain possession. Evans thinks he's spotted some space, has spotted some space. How's the bounce as well? Oh, almost into Trent hands. But eventually just lost forward. That bouncing ball. Haileybury scrum.
Just lost forward by Trent trying to gather the ball, scrum down. Haileybury ball.
Well, both sides today have used their boot really intelligently, particularly when just playing with the slight slope here at the terrace, just taking advantage of it when they can. Saw it a lot from Walters in the first half. We're seeing it here from Sam Evans in the second half.
Thank you. Crouch. Bind. Set. Yes, 9.
Another big drive on opposition ball from Trent College. They've done so much damage at scrum time, and there again they come up trumps with the penalty.
Mark is the same as the scrum. Okay. Time is off. Time is off.
Water. Boys, water! Yeah, Wallace! Let's go, Wallace!
Hector Wallace is back on, so too Hamish Archibald. So too Corey Harris for Haileybury. Rotating through that bench, giving everyone their minutes.
Have we got changes we can make at all? Well, have we got changes we can make, sir?
Trent have got a knock over there. They're just trying to see if they've got a change they can make. Referee, not unreasonably actually, is concerned about the light. Doesn't want to drag too much time out of the game, if at all possible.
Time is back on. Time is back on. You're good.
It is definitely darkening rapidly. Trent, go to the corner. Shout out to our leisure wear partners, Extreme Robes. Go check them out on extremerobes.co.uk. They are exactly the sort of people you want at this time of year, that is for sure.
Numbers, Trent. 5, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you 9? Good. On the line, no further.
Shout out also to our teamwear partners, STC Teamwear.
Not straight, scrum down. You want to take the,
who are one of the leading teamwear providers in the country and indeed beyond.
Numbers, HAILEYBURY.
Recently partnered with the Lambs as well.
4-man. 4-man.
We're big friends with here at NextGen15.
No further. No further.
Line out wasn't straight, so we'll have a scrum.
No, go on.
Trent have recovered possession.
Tackle that.
When I say scrum, of course, I mean line out.
Still knock on advantage.
Dante Moore.
Knock on advantage.
All lost. They already had an advantage, so it now will be a Trent College scrum.
Knock on first was in the line out, so it's a scrum down, Trent Bull.
You say something often enough, eventually it becomes true.
Thank you. Knock on one way and the other, scrum down, Trent Bull.
Well, last time they were in this sort of position, Trent College, they got themselves their second try of the game through the number 8, Ethan Harrison. This time on the other side of the field. Will they produce something similar? It's a penalty straight away.
9, I told you twice.
Harrison goes quickly off the base of the scrum as well, and it's going to take 2 or 3 to bring him down, and he's only 6 or 7 short. And a penalty advantage to boot. Hamish Archibald was competing for that, but the referee called him away from it. Trent and their opening scorer, Jenkins Jones, rumbling forward. Now the skipper, Dante Moore, within 5 metres now. That's a great bit of defensive work from HAILEYBURY. Evans just pops it off to Oxley. Evans again wanted to go wide, didn't have an option, went short, worked well. Evans has it again, this time he just takes it on himself. Referee says nothing's coming though, so we will go back for the penalty.
Come on, Sam! Big tackle, come on!
Not 10.
Go, boys! George, go, let's go!
Ethan Harrison stands over it, takes the tap, charges forward. Oh, that is fantastic from Hamish Archibald. Puts his body on the line for his team and takes Harrison down. Still though, Trent keep coming, and it's that man again, Finley Jenkins Jones. 2 tries to his name, crashes over from short range. Finley Jenkins Jones has 2, Trent College have 3, and now they have the lead as well. Took the ball on at pace and took the defenders over the line with him.
15 play.
Hit the hole fantastically well. Trent move in front. For Chenery, stands over the conversion, clips it over and extends the advantage to 5 points. HAILEYBURY 14, Trent College 19. Finley Jenkins Jones with his second try.
Big chase!
Less than 20 minutes to go. Less than 20 minutes of the school career in a rugby sense for the upper 6 players out there.
Tackle.
George Johnson with a massive tackle there off the kickoff. Walters collects in the backfield. Sofalue wants to counter, hit high.
Too high. It's too high. It was always too high.
Goes quickly as well, but not from the mark. He's going to get pulled back.
Like I said, it's high time. You're still on the mark.
Saw an interesting debate this week on quickly taking penalties, whether or not they're from the mark. The point being, if we don't really care as a refereeing fraternity whether the put in at a scrum is straight, and we've now, via World Rugby, decided that we don't really care if a line-out's not straight, if it's not being competed for, and we don't really care if hookers throw in from on the field rather than off it. Why are we so bothered about quick tap penalties being from the exact perfect location? Interesting debate. Oh, what a kick. What a beautiful kick that is from Sam Evans. He really has kicked beautifully in this second half. The 50-22 as well. In fact, it wasn't a 50-22. It will be HAILEBURY ball.
Let's go, boys. Hey, Black. HAILEBURY gap, please.
HAILEBURY ball. Bang on the 22. George Brandt.
Never held.
Another thunderous carry from him. He's had a really good game, the hooker. I say the hooker, he's played all over the place today, hasn't he?
Hold, Trent, hold,
Getting a flavour for all positions. Walters, though, has been steadfast at fly half. Thumps that one high, just hangs up a little bit and is claimed by Trent College. But HAILEBURY got over the ball and earned the penalty.
Boys, both of you come here. You can go away. You two. There's no need for it at all. No need for it at all. I didn't see what happened, but two of you are people who can talk to me, showing I'm treating you with respect, treat each other with respect, treat the game with respect. It doesn't happen. Not from you, not from you. Shake hands, display. Penalty there.
Walters will get us restarted. Ball stays in field, but the chase is on from HAILEBURY here as Trent look to try and put a bit of width on it, see if they can find someone. Sam Evans
Lay on, tackle!
Gets snared up in a tackle, but there's still plenty of numbers on this near side for Trent College. They didn't quite spot it though, and it's been ripped in contact by HAILEBURY. Is there a chance here for them to counter? Walters steps in at scrum half. Dylan Line wraps from near side to far side, gets a pass away as well. Sofalue now into hands of Johnson. That's lovely handling from him. And now Matt Wright goes surging forward, and HAILEBURY
Never on the ball. You're off the ball. You're
are
off the
hunting
ball.
a score here.
You're off the ball. You came off your feet. You ran on the ball.
Trent did really well there not to give away a penalty. Stole the ball and then passed it back into HAILEBURY hands. Smart work there.
Tackle.
Grimberg takes it on. And now Brandt
Roll away, 3.
crabs forward.
What is that?
Line goes short. Line across the line. Dylan Line with a captain's try there for HAILEBURY. They needed a score. And who else but the skipper Dylan Line is there to step up.
Ages. We played 21. 4 pins back. So he was initially, his hands went to ground, and then
Look where Line came from. He was on the blind side there and he just crept across, and then accelerated around the corner to collect the ball off Leo Davis. And from that kind of range, with that kind of power, no one is stopping Dylan Line. HAILEBURY draw level. Charlie Walters stands over the conversion. A conversion that is for the lead. And does so superbly. Dylan Lyne's try. Charlie Walters' conversion. And HAILEBURY knows their way back in front here against Trent College.
12 minutes.
12 minutes left to play.
Whenever you're ready to.
And what a fantastic and dramatic conclusion to the season this is. Game in the balance. Kick goes out on the full. I tell you what, it was superbly judged as well by George Brandt, because it landed bang on the line. Just look at this. Casual from Brandt.
Centre of the park, boys.
Just back pedals, all the confidence in the world. The ball landed on the line. It was an excellent piece of judgment.
Don't need it. Second row, you don't need it either.
From the HAILEBURY man.
You don't want to spend it on the side of the pitch.
They have a scrum halfway.
You're good. Crouch.
With their noses in front.
5.
Game management now.
Set. Yes,
It's going to be all important.
Hold the push.
Davis gets the ball away from the scrum. Wright now has hands on.
Tackle, release. First man.
Penalty
Clearly
to Trent though.
He was clearly off and then back on the ball.
More excellent work on the floor.
Mark is just this
Breakdown becoming ever more competitive as this second half wears on.
Thank you, sir.
Really was sharp work at the floor. I think it was Edward Marshall that got his hands on.
10.
Outside centre on outside centre there.
To manage. Jim, don't move, please. No further. No further.
Trent play off them all, juggling a little bit, but then taking them all forward, but lost into HAILEBURY hands. Johnson is scrambling for it, won't be able to gather, will come back for the scrum. Trent just losing it there. It's a threatening looking carry though.
Gents, no one in front of the 10, please. No one in front of the 10. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Let's go, come on.
Yes, man.
Sofalue chips over. There's space in the backfield. The foot race is on. Ball is bouncing and it's eventually booted out by Evans. A sensible option under all kinds of pressure from Sofalue. Trent want to go quickly, referee.
It's a line out.
Says the line out's formed.
No worries.
Atmosphere has gone up a few notches now.
As far as I can see. There's your mark, Dante. It's your gap to manage. Step aside, boys. Step aside. Just come up a yard. Come up a yard, and you're there a yard. Jim,
HAILEBURY line out.
Managing that gap, please. Line is good.
30 metres out. Dylan Lyne just pops it out there to George Brandt, and Brandt with another abrasive carry.
It's down now, it's playable.
Becomes a maul, but gets it back safely. Archibald. Brandt again, gets it to Lyne. Dylan Lyne, one-on-one in the backfield. Dylan Lyne surging forward. Dylan Lyne's going to get a second. From the moment the ball was in his hands, you knew it was on.
The hands went backwards. The hands clearly went backwards.
Dylan Lyne gets his second and creates just a little bit of breathing space for HAILEBURY. Just watch this again. It was a good carry from Archibald. But then these two, how good have they been? Brandt and then line. And Dylan Line just wanted that score, didn't he? Look how early he's calling for it. Shows great pace as well, the front rower. Steps in off the left foot. And once he's away, there is no one stopping him. Dylan Line with 2. Charlie Walters with the touchline conversion as well. The Dylan Line score. 4 tries for Haileybury and a little bit of breathing room.
Dante, we've still got 7 to play, okay?
What a terrific response this has been from Dylan Line and his Haileybury team. They went 19-17 down, having led 14-5, but 2 back-to-back scores in pretty quick succession in these closing stages have just opened the gap out to a 28-19 lead. Is there another twist in this tale yet?
Trent, retreat, it's touched all onside, all onside.
Tries to find some space, it was touched. So Walters
retreat.
Returns fire with fire. Evans now has it again. Decides this time he fancies a little rumble of his own and charges forward.
Never released, you've never released. Penalty advantage.
Trent have penalty advantage. Haileybury not releasing as they went for that ball. Harrison just tips that one on. Good subtlety from the big number 8.
George, no release. No release, you're playing with him.
Evans goes to the boot again. There is space there in that 22 as the ball bounces. Tricky one to deal with for Haileybury. It's eventually sorted out though by Coker.
Come on, feet.
And then that's an important little carry there. I think it was Leo Davis, the scrum half. And Sofalue completes the exit with the kick. But Trent will come back again. Evans has it again. Wants to engage the defence again and finds a little bit of space. Puts it away down the right-hand side.
Level on the ball even now.
Just shy of the 22 here, Trent College. Harrison met superbly. Henry Herbert it was there, I think, making the tackle on him.
Not out. Tackle!
Oxley.
Leave it, boys. Tackle there, roll away, your assist.
Tingle moves forward. Evans plays it flat to Jenkins Jones. Harrison engages again. Another little stab in behind. Ball sits up. Gathered by Davis, who goes to the old banana, but doesn't quite work out. Drifts in field, and Evans will come again. Trent not going anywhere here. Evans, oh, good footwork from Evans. Had to be. As Dylan Line was flying up at him. Another massive tackle comes in. Oh, Haileybury are giving this everything, but Trent still keep knocking. Moore juggles and gets the ball away, and another massive tackle comes in, right getting in on the act now. And a penalty to boot for Haileybury. Brilliant defence. Sofalue goes quickly. Trent weren't 10.
You were okay, actually. You were okay, but you're never 10, okay? You can't go quick twice. You can't go quick twice.
Well, how about that defence from Haileybury?
Take 2 steps for me. Orange boots, step.
Defending with everything they have.
3 and 3 to play.
Last ever game together. And no one leaving anything out there at all. Walters absolutely thumps that up to the 22. Just look at this tackle again. Oh, Matt Wright, take a bow, my friend.
Thank you. Time off. Time is off.
Look at what it means to them. Hamish Archibald there in the pink scrum hat. Celebrating like Ben Earl after a scrum.
It's your mark, it's yours to judge, so they've got there. So I'll imagine you back here. You need to manage that gap. We're just inside the 22, gents. We've got 2.5 to play. Time is up.
Time is off. Just time then for everyone to gather their thoughts, gather their composure.
Let's say from
3 minutes left to play.
I can only referee what I've seen from where I was.
9 points between the two sides. Trent College need 2 scores. Haileybury will be thinking, get another, and this is done. Easily said, much harder done. Trent have been excellent, so too have their hosts, Haileybury. It has been a real end of season contest, hasn't it? Both sides pouring everything into it. Trent don't engage at the line out, and so Haileybury had to move it. They just lost it forward, so Trent have it.
3.
Dante Moore thunders forward. Evans
all on side,
kicks
all
long.
On side, all on side.
Walters
Retreat.
will
Haileybury,
do the same.
Retreat, active retreat.
Back to his opposite number, Evans. Now they're going to just look to have a little run here. They think they've spotted a bit of space, but the door shut by.
Back foot, please.
Some huge defensive moments from right, and then Line comes thumping through as well.
Tackle.
Huge physical moments from Haileybury here. Oh, and that was nearly delicious from Johnson, just trying to move that ball away. Sofalue picks up the loose ball, still going somehow.
Tackle! Tackle! You were tackled, you've gone back up and you've carried on. You were tackled, I called tackle and you went one more. George, on you. Minute 10.
1 minute and 10 seconds left to play.
Thank you, thank you.
That penalty there for Trent College has been nudged up just shy of the halfway line.
Hold. What's numbers? 5. Hold.
You rather think they need to score almost direct off this set play. They do the first bit right. Line out is collected. They move it away from it. Do they have a strike move?
Ball is out.
Evans decides to put the ball where the space is, but just overcooks it. The adrenaline absolutely pumping through the bodies of all these players. Haileybury will have the line out.
And 30 seconds.
And with 30 seconds left to play, they can start to smile.
Guys, the line out is over here, gents. Don't say that is you.
These two sides have given everything today. They've poured heart and soul into it.
Step again, you're not 10.
Haileybury, with their 9-point lead, are going to emerge victorious. That man, Dylan Line, the skipper's 2 tries, taking them from 19-17 down to 28-19 in front. But they want more. They want to finish on a high. Lovely hands from Line. Johnson recovers it.
Tackle. Ball is there, ball is there. Leave it now, Trent.
Archibald
Tackle, that's time.
takes it forward. Final play, says the referee.
That's just been knocked forward.
Lost forward, but that is going to be that. Haileybury sign off in style with the victory. They had to dig deep. They had to dig oh so deep. Trent College threw everything at them. Coming back from a 14-5 deficit at half-time to lead 19-17, but Haileybury on home turf were not to be denied in this final outing as a group. And 2 late scores from the captain, Dylan Line, means Haileybury get the victory, 28 points to 19. What a fantastic game of rugby. Full time, Haileybury 28, Trent College 19. Real respect between these two sides. They gave everything to it. They threw the lot at it. And they come away on top. That man there wearing 8 for Trent College, Ethan Harrison, he stepped up in a big, big way, didn't he? Fantastic performance from him. Haileybury had a number of star performers. That man there that we just saw briefly, Charlie Walters, fly half. His boot, crucial. Dante Moore for Trent College leads his side through the tunnel. Heartbreaking way for the season to end for Trent College, but they should take real heart in the fact that they put in a performance to be proud of, a performance to remember, and that is what these games are all about, is leaving something that stays with you forever. But as Dylan Line leads his victorious Haileybury side through the tunnel as well, they have more than something to be proud of. Victory having dug so deep. They found a way to do it. The defensive effort towards the end as well. Matt Wright, wow. Have you seen defence like that? Not for a long time. That's what it means. Big hugs all around Sam Donnett. The titan in the second row. Both sides. Huddle up and we look through a few of the best bits from the game. It was broad daylight back at the beginning, wasn't it? Elwood, Harrison, Hales getting the first score of the match to put Haileybury in front. Trent College responded quickly though. Crossfield kick from the excellent Evans. Really difficult one to deal with, and Finley Jenkins-Jones eventually barged over the try line. That had the game 7-5 in Haileybury's advantage. Dylan Line set up this one with a powerful carry. The hooker George Brandt, who had an excellent game as well, finished it off. That was half-time, 14-5, Haileybury led. But in the second half, it was an early surge from Trent College. This score from Ethan Harrison brought them close. And then a second try for Finley Jenkins-Jones was enough to nudge them in front once the conversion from Evans had been landed. 19 points to 17, and at this point you thought perhaps Trent College might come away with a magical victory. But Dylan Line with a brace of tries grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. So too did that man, George Brandt. Took the lead. Line appearing out of nowhere and crashing over. This one nudged them 21-19 in front. And then just a couple of moments later, we saw his pace as well, calling for it on the blindside wing, and it was again Brandt that was involved, getting the pass out to him. And well, Dylan Line was not to be stopped today. That score and the conversion from Charlie Walters made it 28-19. What a fantastic final game of the season. I'm going to jump downstairs now and see if I can grab a word with a few people. Full time here though. Haileybury 28, Trent College 19. Haileybury just celebrating with a few photos underneath the post here. And we might see if we can grab a word with the skipper on the day, Dylan Line, if I manage to sneak in once these photos are all done and dusted. The upper sixth all having their moment in the sun, and why not? That's what today was really all about, wasn't it? The celebration of Haileybury Rugby and everything they do. Right, I'm going to come storming up here and see if I can grab my friend Dylan Line. Dylan, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Poignant little moment there with the upper sixth boys. That was what today was all about, wasn't it? Signing off in style.
Absolutely, yeah. It's an unbelievable feeling, honestly, especially to get the win at the end of the season. 7 years at Haileybury, I've done 7 seasons. But that's the proudest I've ever been of the team.
And you guys had to dig deep at the end there?
Absolutely, yeah. It was a physical game. It was tough, but I mean, some of the shots the boys put out there was unbelievable. Life's on the line. It was unreal. I'm very proud.
Yeah, no, it's and proud moment for you as well. A couple of tries to get it over the line.
Absolutely, yeah. It was just a surreal feeling, especially in front of the rest of the school. It's just unbelievable, yeah. Honestly, it's just the best.
And I know you've got a couple of lads, the likes of Fraser there and Elliot, who obviously couldn't be a part of today, but a big part of this squad. 100%,
absolutely, yeah. Fraser's a complete leader, especially Eddie. I mean, it's tragic what happened to him, but he's still a leader in the team. He still speaks well, and he helps us out with everything. So yeah, it's great.
And you leave things in a good place. The lower six boys ready to take over for next year.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, we've set like strong grounds. Like so George, like he's going to be a good captain next year. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Fantastic. Dylan, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Dylan Line there, the captain today for Haileybury. What a fantastic performance it was. A couple of tries late on to seal the deal as well. A bit of a captain's performance that. I'm in the way of the photos now, the Trent College boys, so I better move myself away from that. It's all going on here today, isn't it? But what a fantastic game it was. Absolutely superb. Trent College played their part as well, didn't they? They really did. Coming back from behind like that was absolutely superb work. They really had to dig deep for it. Shall we see if we can grab a word with perhaps we'll see if we can back all the way up and see if we maybe speak to Michael Owen, because he'll have a good word to say to us. And he's seen a few of these teams, hasn't he? He's seen boys from years and years gone by. Indeed, Nick Ezekwe was one of the first people he was in control of. Seen him pass through and go all the way on to England honours, and I'm sure there's a few others in the setup. Right, I'm gonna have to go and doorstep him because he's having a word with the referee, and he's running away from me because he's camera shy, is old Michael Owen. But we can get him. He's media trained. Let's be honest. He knows what's coming, and he can keep his back to me as much as he likes. But I'm gonna come storming in here and see if we can't just grab a little word with Michael Owen. Michael,
you're good.
What a fantastic way to send the boys off.
Yeah, it was a brilliant game. I think both teams, you could see how much it meant to both teams. They played some great rugby, and yeah, we got over the line in the end. So it was a bit of a relief, but yeah, great game.
You could see what it meant to everyone. I mean, some of the defence at the end there. Matt Wright at outside centre putting some shots in. Dylan obviously with his 2 scores, but Trent as well. You could see how hard they had to dig. You could see there was a lot of heart being played with out there.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, obviously for Trent as well to come down and play us, it was sort of like a last minute thing, so rearranged fixture. And yeah, they come down and played us. It was fantastic, and obviously a really competitive match. Could have gone either way. And yeah, brilliant for us that we got over the line.
Yeah, and a lovely way, obviously, for the upper six to finish. But we were just talking to Dylan there about it leaves a bit of a legacy as well for the lower six boys to come in and step up for the season to come next year.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big part of it. When they set an example, your boys a year above set the example for the boys in lower six to come next year. So yeah, if we play like that with that sort of spirit and that sort of intent, then you're not going far wrong. So yeah, really proud of the boys, and like I say, brilliant. We got the victory today.
A few handy sevens players for next term as well, eh?
Yeah, definitely. I think we might have a few good pacey forwards that can do a job on the sevens pitch as well. So yeah, be looking forward to that as well.
Looking forward to it. Thanks very much, Michael.
Cheers,
we'll see you soon.
Cheers, thank you.
Michael Owen there, the Director of Rugby here at Haileybury. Right, what we're going to do now, if I can find my phone, which is very, very carefully tucked away in my pocket, we're going to see if we can test the. In fact, I'm going to have to put on Do Not Disturb because I've got about 57 messages flying in. People want to tell me all about what a happy Christmas I'm having. They're very early. Right, feedback. That's what we're doing. Sorry, just got distracted by my messages there. Feedback. We're going to go into the event zone, and we're going to go up to Haileybury versus Trent College. We select here. We're going to start with Trent College. today's visitors. Teamwork and cohesion. We've got to say their teamwork was outstanding. The way they came back through that game, superb. The connection between backs and forwards, we'll give them an 8 there. Adaptability, what any side that comes back from a half-time deficit like that is doing well. Skill execution, it was a difficult day for skill because it was a very, very greasy day, and that just made life a little bit tricky. So we're going to go 6 there. Physicality and intensity, well, there was nothing lacking in that department, was that we're going to go all the way up to a 9 there. We're going to go pretty high as well on set piece because the scrum was outstanding from Trent. So we're going to go up to probably an 8 there. Game management, perhaps that's just where they lost out a little bit. They were always just not quite in the game as much as they wanted to be. A 6 there. Discipline was absolutely fine. Nothing to write home about in terms of no extreme moments. Either way, a good 7 there. And a 74 overall. That's a very good score from Trent College. We submit that. Into the system it goes. By the way, at the end of the season, we're going to be putting together a table of all these feedback ratings. HAILEBURY, meanwhile, well, teamwork and cohesion, much like Trent College, was excellent. An 8 there for them. Adaptability, similarly, an 8, or in fact possibly even a 9 there. I think they had to work really, really hard. Skill execution again was a tricky area just because of the greasiness of the ball. We'll go 6 there. Physicality and intensity, though, let's think about that Matt Wright passage of play towards the end. Absolutely outstanding. The forward was brilliant as well. A 9 there. Set piece dominance, obviously the scrum was where they came under a bit of pressure, so we'll go with a 6 there. Game management was a funny one, wasn't it? It was a tricky one, but we'll go 7, but they did well once they were in front for the second time just to stay there. Discipline was pretty good. We'll give them an 8 there, and there we go. That's how close the game it was. They edge it 75-74, and we submit that off into the assessor zone, and job done. Those are feedback ratings, and do go and check feedback out. They do some fantastic player feedback and assessment work for both players and coaches. Right, that is it here from HAILEBURY, and indeed for 2024 live here on NextGen15. It's been an incredible term of rugby. We have been treated to so much spectacular stuff, not least of all here at HAILEBURY, in a fantastic game that's ended 28-19 to HAILEBURY against Trent College. All that's left for me to do is to encourage you to tune in and watch the NextGen15 Global Schools Challenge down at Grey College, where the likes of Denstone College and Strathallan have travelled from the UK down to the Southern Hemisphere. Bit jealous actually, because it's nice and warm down there. Our very own Tom Pullen has been sending me weather reports, and I'm very, very jealous, it has to be said. So do tune into that. 14th, 16th and 18th of December are the match days down at Grey College. But in the meantime, a very happy Christmas to you all, and we will see you all in the new year. See you later.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.